Hello, everyone. I'm Ellie from Nourishment Redacted, and welcome to Lioness Lifestyle Live. Meow.
And I am, meow in there. I love it, Ellie. Meow back. I'm Christy from Meeting Wellness, and I'm so excited to meet with all of you this evening. Thanks for stopping by.
And I'm Adrienne, Biggest Loser Carnivore, and I am so excited about our guest today. I'm a huge fan of her channel, and I'm just excited that she was able to pop on for us tonight. Get your questions ready. Put a QQQ or question in front so we can catch it and ask our guest, Robin.
And now it is time for this week's Roar of the Week. And if you're new here, the Roar of the Week is just a comment that somebody leaves after the show. So if you're part of the replay crew, or even if you watched us live, go back in there, leave us a comment. I will hunt through all of them and find one to shout out. So we got this comment last week just from Sarah, and she said one word: amazing. So thank you so much, nice. Sarah. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for being this week's Roar of the Week.
All right. Well, you know what time it is. It's time to welcome our repeat guest. Our first repeat guest, guys. So exciting.
Who could it be?
Here we go. Hello, Robin.
Guys, I'm excited to be here.
Everyone's favorite grandma, you guys.
It's my favorite. She's my favorite grandma. Welcome back, Robin. We haven't seen you since October, which is like mind-blowing to me. It feels like it was just yesterday. And so we'd love to get an update. Tell us how you're doing on your carnivore journey. We know you have a show. We want to know all those, as I like to say, juicy details.
Okay. Well, hey, everybody. My name is Robin Heron, and I am your carnivorous grandma. I am so excited to be with the Lionesses tonight. Man, a lot has happened in the last 6 months, but I mean, it's just a day-to-day grind too, So it's kind of like, you're sitting there thinking like, well, what did happen? So since in October, I think when I came on here, I was doing Sea Lion Challenge. And whoa, that was hard. The Sea Lion Challenge was hard. So Sea Lion is, of course, ruminant meats only, and then plus seafood. So I did that for a month. During that month, I gave up coffee, and I also gave up sweeteners, sugar-free sweeteners. Well, I can say that I have incorporated back in decaf coffee. And recently I started adding a little bit of sweetened collagen to my coffee in the morning. So I stayed off of coffee for about 5 months. I stayed off of sweeteners for about 6 months. I didn't really see the benefits that I thought I would. I was thinking that, the reason that I gave those up was because, first of all, Dr. Chafee told me to. One night while I was trying to go to sleep, he's in my ear talking about give up the coffee right now. So I did. But the benefits that I wanted to see were elimination of anxiety. So that was one of the issues I was really dealing with. And that's one of the big reasons why I went on carnivore in the first place. So I didn't really see the benefits that I thought I would from giving up coffee and sweets. And I was like, so I've added a little bit of that back in, just decaf coffee and a little bit of collagen, perfect keto collagen in my coffee in the morning. So that's one thing. That's an update that I can give. And I don't think I've even given that update on my channel yet. So you guys are the first to know.
Yes.
That I added a little bit of sweet taste back. Now I know that sweet is a problem, right? It can cause some issues. So I'm debating on whether or not I will leave it in. But it's been tasting pretty good to me. So so anyway, that was one thing. And at the beginning of the year, I did a fast with Christy. Yes, we did a fast together.
Yes, we did.
You did 48 hours, right?
I did. It was miserable. Sorry.
I did 5. Did I do 5 days or 7 days? I can't remember now.
It was 7 days. I remember that.
What? Did 7 day fast. Yeah.
Whoa.
So yeah. Yep. That's not the longest fast I've ever done. I've done a 10-day fast before. And I've tried to do we do a fast with my church at the beginning of the year, which is an intermittent fast. Hey, everybody. um, and so that intermittent fast, I decided, and I usually do every year, do a full fast for a minimum of 3 days at the beginning of the year. And so this year I decided to do 7 days, and I did do the 7 days. It was really, the funny thing was, this is the first time I had ever heard of priming. And so for about, I don't know, 5 days or so before I went into my fast, I did the priming, and I just ate 3 meals a day, every day for about 5 days. And that fast was the easiest fast I've ever had. It was so, I was not white knuckling my fast, and I just went through it really, really easy. I didn't have hunger. It was so crazy because usually when I'm fasting, it's like so difficult. It's so hard. You're just constantly thinking about food, and even when I'm just doing intermittent fasting, particularly when it's like a spiritual fast, for some reason, it's like I'm just super hungry. But priming really helped with that. And I know there are people who did did more days than me, like Brett at Who's Your Carnivore. He did like 15 days or something. It was incredible. But priming really, really helps. So if you are thinking about fasting, that's something you can do is prime in advance, and it will make your fasting a lot easier. So that was one of the things. And Christy was like, I'm not doing that no more.
I can't say forever, but for right now, I don't know what it is. I mean, I had a migraine, I had a head. It wasn't just I'm hungry, I really want to eat. It was like I was having these other symptoms. I'm like, I don't think my body's ready for this. And I did do some priming as well. I think I even made a short about it, like all the food I was eating ahead of time. I mean, after about 20 to 24 hours, I started getting a headache, and it lasted the whole rest of the time. So I had committed to it, and like I did it, but boy, yeah, I was white knuckling it. It was, and that's not, I heard that's not how it's supposed to be. So maybe my body will be ready in the future. I can usually do an intermittent fast for 18 to 20 hours, no problem. I usually do that anywhere from 16 to 20. But yeah, anything longer than that, if I go past like a day, my body says, no, thank you. So
that's great. Because I was trying to do like an OMAD for a little while to see if it helped with like digestion or just like how everything is going down south. So, in terms with going to the bathroom. And I find myself just hungry more and more. And I think it might have something to do with like my restriction from like past eating. And so I think that it definitely is a skill, and it's something you have to practice and work on. And it can be kind of like, I don't know, I got a little upset with myself because I was like, I can't even fast for like 16 hours or 18 hours. Like, come on, like really? But I think, like I said, it's a muscle.
It is a muscle. Yep, it is a muscle. So I used to fast a lot. Dr. Jason Fung, of course, is the fasting guru. And a few years back, I was on keto back then. And I found out about Dr. Fung, and I got really involved with fasting during that time. And I read a couple of his books, like The Obesity Code and The Ultimate Guide to Fasting, which really put it into perspective about the fact that people can fast, like this is natural for us to fast. And that's why they call it break fast. When you eat, the first time you eat in the day, it's breaking that fast. So I think people think that fasting is dangerous, like it's like starving, but it's actually really, really good for you. And I mean, it can be stressful. So Christy was stressed doing her fast. I don't recommend doing a stressed out fast for sure. And they say if you're white knuckling, like if you listen to Steak and Butter Gang, their philosophy is don't white knuckle the fast. If you're white knuckling, you should just give up the fast, break the fast. So I was prepared to do that, but I ended up not having to do that because I didn't have any problem. But I do have that fasting muscle that I've built up over the years. of doing longer fasts. I mean, like once a year, I usually do a longer fast. And then, of course, we intermittent fast all the time on carnivore because you're just not as hungry. And so you can easily go longer periods of time without eating. I think I saw somebody out there that said they did a 6-hour fast. Eric did a 6-hour fast today. So
So funny.
good job, Eric.
Good job.
And Eric, did you eat some picanha after that? That's what I want to know.
I have the banner ready.
Yes, he's always on it with the picanha, Robin.
So yeah, so the picanha, I got to tell you about the picanha I just made, Christy, and I couldn't wait to tell you about this because the picanha was so good.
Nice.
I was getting ready to make a picanha like last week or the week before, and my oven died.
No.
Stopped working. It was like it had an error code. I'm like,
No.
oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I put that picanha on the grill. So I cranked my grill up to like 550 and then seared the fat cap, turned the grill down and let it get up to like 130, 132. Oh my God. It was the absolute best. I thought all about you as I was eating that.
We don't even have a working grill. I can't even try it. I might have to get my husband, like, get the grill working and let's go cook me a picanha.
It was the best. It was so much better than it would have been in the oven. It was absolutely delicious. Like that crispy, seared off fat cap. I mean, you sear it in the oven anyway, but somehow the grill made it taste super good.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to give that a try. That sounds
the other day. I made 8 pounds of picanha, and I was so high. It was just 2 giant rows from Costco, and I won't lie, my husband and I we ate one of those. We were just like, it's gone. So
our Costco never has it ever, and I can get it from my local butcher, but he charges $10.99 a pound, which I want to support him. But isn't Costco like $6.99 a pound? And so I just have a tough time paying $99.
So I don't know about Costco, but I get mine from Walmart. It's like an Angus picanha from Walmart, and it's I think $8.79 a pound there.
Yeah.
I live in Michigan, in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and we cannot get picanha at any of these stores. And when I went to the grocery store that does have it, it was like 4 pounds, and it was like $45. I was like, I can't afford to eat that. So I ordered the one that I had the other day. I had ordered from Wild Fork Foods. And when I ordered them, I ordered 2. They're small though, like little 3-pound ones. So my husband and
How much was it? Am I better off just supporting my local guy? Because I should probably support him anyway. The thing is, it was like with the amount of picanha I would like to buy.
I want an 8-pound picanha. A 4-pound, 2 4-pound ones.
Yeah.
That's the size that I want. But the ones that I got from Wild Fork were little, like 3 pounds. And they were, so they were like almost $8 a pound.
Yeah. They deliver to me too in California. And I looked at one point because you had said you got them there. And I think they were $7.99 a pound for me, something like that. So even a little cheaper than Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the meat depot I go to, it's like $5.40 a pound, but that's like an hour away. And then at Costco, it's more like $6.99.
But when you go to that meat depot, you go there, Ellie, and then you guys stock up for like the month, right? So I mean, it's worth the hour drive because you go and then you just get all your meat for the month.
Absolutely. Yeah. We stock up for the month and a half. We buy like 80 pounds of ground beef at one time. And it's really, really helpful because that's a staple for like all the meals almost.
Yeah.
Have you guys tried slicing it and air frying it? That's my favorite way.
No, I have not.
5 minutes, and you still get the sear of the fat cap, and it's still so delicious. It only takes 5 minutes to cook it. You just slice it and chuck it in there.
So when it's raw, you slice it and then just cook it as you go.
Okay. Just throw in the air fryer.
All right. I might try that. So, because I know Robin taught me how to air fry a ribeye, and like now I kind of like it that way. So thanks, Robin.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Okay, so you did a fast. You were talking about sea lion challenge. You were talking about giving up sweeteners, and then and coffee, and then adding back although decaf and a little bit of sweetener with some collagen. You talked about your fasting. You talked about how you tried picanha and you love it. So I did not steer you wrong. What else has been going on in the last 6 months? I know you started a new weekly show on Mondays. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yes, Meaty Mondays with the Fierce Felines. And there are 5 of us. So it's me, and then you have G Brown, the lifestyle changer, from Hanging with the Browns. And also we have Rhonda at Carnivore Leo. We have Rebecca at Carnivore Family, and Laura at Healthy Carnivore. So it's a very, very fun show. G is like the life of the party. I love her so much. She's the person who actually pulled this all together, because she sent me a message, and I had been thinking, like, I think we should do a show, a panel is what I was thinking. We should have a panel with women from all walks of life. Okay, so in my mind, I was having this thought. Well, she then sent me a message and said, so I'm thinking about starting this panel with women from all walks of life. And I was like, what?
Are you in my brain?
Right. It was so crazy. And so it definitely was a God thing, putting us all together. It's really, really fun. Rhonda ended up having to go back to work. So she does, each week she does a segment called News You Can Use from the Community. And she's like a news reporter. She's so good. Like her news, and she does post those up on her channel at Carnivore Leo. Those news segments are so good, so informative. Like, she was born to do that. She was born to give us the news you can use from the community. Of course, Laura, she's amazing. She does all these tallow products. She opened up her store online at russellbrands.com.
Yep.
And she's selling like tallow lotion and tallow shampoo, like these soap bars. What do I have her tallow? So I got the tallow lip balm right here. Tallow lip balm, tallow candles. So she's a hunter and she gets lots of tallow. And so she's got a ton of products up on her site. And so I've been stocked up on, I tried the tooth powder. So I don't know if anybody has tried that, but it's awesome. I absolutely love it. And so it's like remineralizing. Hey, Dr. Nelson. Remineralizing tooth powder, and I have sensitive teeth, so I think it's actually helping to reduce the sensitivity in my teeth. And I was using like Sensodyne, Pronamel, all of those over-the-counter products that they give you, that you buy to take care of your sensitive teeth. None of that stuff works. So the remineralizing seems to be helping. So we'll see in the long term whether or not it really takes care of that sensitive teeth problem. So Laura's amazing.
I put up a link to her website from all 3 of us, so it should be on all 3. Sorry, Robin, I don't have access to your channel, so I can't post it in your chat, but I will second that. Her products are amazing and economical. I mean, and she sells like tallow soap. I've tried the lip balm. I did buy the soap. I haven't tried it yet. I've tried the lip balm, the tooth powder. I think I've tried one more. I can't remember. I bought a shampoo bar, which I need to try. But I mean, everything I've tried is really great. And I love how like inexpensive it is, and you're getting a good quality. Right. It's good quality. So I'll second that.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. That sounds amazing.
It's very, very good. And she's so Laura is a nurse, and having a nurse on the panel is absolutely incredible. Like, she gives so much good information. And if people have medical type questions, though we're not a medical channel, right? We're not doctors or anything like that. But if they have questions, she always has an answer. Even if I have questions, I'll send her a Marco Polo, like, hey, Laura, guess what? Blah, 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 blah. Can you help me out? And she's so generous and kind with her time. And plus I love what she does with the prepping. She's a whole prepper. So she has all the prepping stuff in her, and she does all these shows about making different things. So it's really, really cool. I think the last one that she did, she was doing canned eggs. Like she did canned beef. She cans them in glass jars, and then she did some canned eggs. I was like, wow, I didn't even know that you could can eggs.
Right?
She doesn't know it, but me and her should be best friends. There was a time I had 600 quail, 20 chickens,
Wow.
20 rabbits, a freeze dryer. Me and her need to hook up.
You definitely do. You definitely do. She's a very, very great person, and I love her. And then G, oh my God, she is the absolute life of the party. That's what it is. Y'all had her over here. Y'all know.
Mm-hmm. We did.
She's fun.
Wonderful.
Never know what she's gonna say.
True story. But you know what? When she was on our show, she really got very real. Like she was like, I was not planning on sharing this story. I think we were all crying, Robin. She was telling us about
Oh,
her
yeah.
daughter. I was just like,
Yeah.
I did not know this about G, because like you
Yeah.
said, she's usually like the life of the party. And
Mhm.
man, I didn't know that about her. So if you guys haven't seen that episode with G, go give that a watch,
Yeah.
because oh my gosh, what a great
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna cry, but but it was a great story.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
She's
it
so
definitely was
great.
about making sure that we're living life to the fullest. And she
Yeah.
made a really big point about holding on. When you have your loved ones, hold on to them and love on them and be with them. And it was, I think, a really great grounding moment for some of us, because I think a lot of the time we're so busy in our own world, so we forget to
Mhm.
reach out to others. So I really appreciated her saying that, because sometimes I feel like I needed that reminder. So I appreciated that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, you're on mute, Adrian. I see you talking.
Have you guys been taking the picture? Take the picture.
Yeah.
I've been taking the picture with my dad, with my stepmom, everybody. I'm like, listen, I promise I won't put it on social media. Just take a picture with me.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
you know,
else you got going on?
I'm sorry, what?
So what else you got going on? Oh, did
Oh, I
we
was
get
gonna say
all the
about
sea lions? I don't know if we got to all of them.
Oh, yeah. So we got G, we got Rhonda. She does the news you can use. We got Rebecca at Carnivore Family. So she's got 8 kids, and they're all, her whole family, all of them are carnivores. So it's really, really cool. She talks a lot about like raising carnivore kids, how to transition your kids to carnivore. And you know, they've done a lot of health and healing in their bodies from her husband was really sick, and so they went carnivore for him. And then they transitioned the kids over, I think she said 6 months or a year. And she has a whole methodology that she used for transitioning the kids over to carnivore. And those babies can cook. They go in the refrigerator and get a pork steak out, put it in the air fryer and cook it, get a chicken leg out, cook it. They can cook whatever they want to eat. I'm like, these kids are amazing. So
I had the pleasure. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
I was just going to say I had the pleasure of getting to know Rebecca on my podcast, Mother Knows Best, and she did an amazing job with explaining exactly all of those things. Like if you want to help your children transition into a carnivore diet, or even just like a loved one, I thought it was a really great approach to looking at how someone who might be struggling with that transition, how they could like really benefit. And she's very precise. She's a science mind. That's like how I think of Rebecca. It was very structured. I liked her a lot. I was glad to chat with her.
Yeah, she's a very, very cool person as well. So it's been a lot of fun getting to know them. We just had our 6-month anniversary yesterday. So we did our live show last night, and we did each person did a giveaway. So that was kind of fun, and to be able to give some things away and, just have that kind of excitement, just have a party because we're so proud to have done this for 6 months together. So it's been really, really awesome. I love the show.
So I warned you pre-show that I was going to have this question for you, Miss Robin.
Okay.
With all of these ladies and from the felines from these different walks of life, like how have they affected you or rubbed off on you? Have you picked up any habits from them, new carnivore habits or things that you've done or challenges that they've, gotten you to try that maybe you wouldn't have done, let's say otherwise?
Yeah. So G is the one. G has a goal. Like she's trying to get to a certain weight by a certain date. She's on the road to 60. So she's like trying to get a certain weight. So she's like, let's do the lion diet. Now I already did sea lion and it was hard. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that again because it's too hard.
You had to give up your chicken and your bacon.
Yeah,
yes.
Chicken and,
Wait, when is she doing this? Is she inviting me? I'm just kidding.
We did it for the month of February.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I did that. I did do the lion diet with her. I did it. I felt so good for the first 2 weeks. Like I was like, oh, okay. It kind of took me back to the beginning when I first started carnivore, and I had that carnivore zen, and I felt so good, and then I had all this energy, and but that only lasted 2 weeks. So in the third week, I started to feel down, depressed, just sad, and I did not feel good on carnivore.
On lion. You didn't feel good on
lion. Yeah. So I didn't feel good on lion. So I was eating, just beef, lamb. Pretty much that was it, beef and lamb. I did like incorporate some beef liver because I was like, well, maybe I'm not getting enough nutrients or something. So I incorporated the beef liver, which I actually enjoy. And I just kept going down that third week. And finally, I just said, I'm not going to be able to continue. So I did it for 3 weeks. And then that fourth week, I gave it up and went back to, and the thing was, I ate pork. I ate some pulled pork on that Sunday, and immediately I felt better. So I was like, okay, is this real or is it Memorex? I don't know. Like what's the deal with that? I always take electrolytes, so it wasn't my electrolyte balance. It was just I did not feel good on lion by itself. Now I felt fine on sea lion when I had the shrimp and the fish and stuff with it, but just lion by itself, I didn't feel good. So I don't know if it was emotional. I felt emotionally deprived or depressed about just eating meat, or if it was physical, because those emotional feelings can manifest as a physical illness type of a thing. So I'll probably try it again in the future just to see, is it really that I shouldn't eat only beef and lamb and, ruminant meats only, or is it just that I'm just emotional and I want my bacon?
Robin, this is so funny you're bringing this up because I've been lion for the last 47 days. And on day 45, it's like my hormones have actually gotten worse. I can't say it's from the lion. I don't know. I've had horrible hormones for years. So I'm not going to blame the lion. But today I decided I'm not going to go the full 75 days, and I ate some smoked salmon, and it was the best thing I've ever eaten in my entire life. And so at this point, I feel like I need some seafood. So I'm going to be sea lion. But I was reading, Judy Cho has on her website, it says, sorry guys, lion isn't enough nutrition according to her. But is that true? I don't know. There's people who, like Laura, and there's people who do lion for years, and it is very nutrient dense. So I have no idea. But for now, I'm going to add the seafood.
So Charlie says he's on day 3 of lion, but I don't think it was on purpose. He just forgot to get eggs and bacon. But he figures that sets me up for lion and just going to roll with it this week. So let us know how it goes, Charlie.
Yeah, let us
like
know.
it or what's going on with that. I have not tried lion as of yet. So I don't know if
The
I
Zen
will.
is real. I had the Zen for 45 days.
Mm.
You were just like, wow, this is amazing. And I'm so full and I'm not snacking and it's just awesome. And I'm not in the kitchen. I eat and then I'm done. It was, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's emotional either. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
you're part of Dr. Lisa's group. What did Dr. Lisa say about that? Did you talk to her about it, or did you just do it and you're going to tell her later? Because I know you're in her group, like accountability group or whatever. She's like, I didn't tell her.
I tell Lisa everything. I feel like as a food addict, if I keep these things to myself, it's just going to manifest my addiction worse. So the very
Okay.
first thing I did was say, listen, I'm just going to lay it on the line. But then as an addict, I'm thinking, do I really need those other foods, or is this my addiction talking? You know, so we'll see what happens, because a lot of people in the group are doing Lion, and I would like to see, you know,
Yeah.
am I
Well, I
alone?
was just wondering, because I knew you were in a group doing Lion, and I just wondered if any of them or Dr. Lisa had any like advice for you. I mean, I think salmon is a fantastic choice, omega-3s and all of that, right? But I'm just curious, like what maybe some
As
of them
other
may have
people
said.
were adding, she was saying to them, listen, carnivore foods are good for us. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Let's not be dogmatic.
Yeah.
You know, these foods are nutrient dense, you know. So that's what she said to everybody else. So I think she thinks that.
I agree with that. I mean, we know that, of course, Dr. Berry says eat the meat that you can afford, right? So not everybody can afford to eat panda massage.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, if you have to eat bologna and hot dogs, Dr. Berry says that's better than eating the regular standard American diet. So my thinking is that there was something, because I immediately felt better. And like you said, as soon as you ate that fish, you immediately felt better. That there's something, and the meat is good for you. So it's not like you ate a bag of chips or something like that. You know, you ate meat. So I definitely don't see anything wrong with that. But as a food addict, which I am as well, I do wonder about is it mental or is it actually physical? Because you know, I guess I did it because my friend asked me to do it, you know, because I wasn't planning on doing lion diet after I did sea lion. I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to do that anymore. But you know, so just wondering, I'm wondering, so I know in the future I will try it again just because I want to know for sure.
You know, I think it's so funny. I think a lot of carnivores, especially when they're doing these challenges, they get really caught up on the number. I'm going to do it for 30 days. I'm going to do it for 60 days or whatever it may be. And I think that when we eat carnivore, and maybe I'm speaking more about myself, but I think individuals in general, we tend to really beat ourselves up if we don't reach that goal. And I think it's good to set yourself like with like we should think of it more as like something to aspire to. Like I'm going to stick with this because I want to truly see if it makes a difference in my life. But I think that as like a group, the number has too much of a it's too high of a pedestal in my opinion. And so I personally don't really like challenges, even though I have done the Lion Diet Challenge. That was like the first month of carnivore. That was me with a dislocated knee, and I was bedbound, and my husband was just feeding me lamb and steak. And that's what got me into carnivore, you know, that time. And then I tried it again a couple of months later, and it just personally was not for me because I didn't have the right cuts of meat. I wasn't setting myself up for success. I had very like lean meats at the time, and I was still learning, honestly. And just with like my GI issues and stuff like that, I need more fat. And so I find personally that I get a lot of fat from butter and bacon and eggs. Those really, really stretch me out. And now I'm eating picanha. Thank you, Christy. And I think that's so great that it's boosting my fat up more. And I just feel better in general. But I kind of don't like the challenges. I don't know. Is it just me? Does anyone else feel that way too?
You know what? I like the exercise challenges. I'm not down with the food challenges as much. That's me. And when I do an exercise challenge, I'll do it for 30 days just because, it's like, let me try hula hooping, let me try push-ups, let me try squats, and I think if I didn't do that, I wouldn't stay motivated to just exercise in general, because it helps me sort of switch it up. Like I could do that for a month and then I get to change to something else. So it's all exercise. It's all good. But I challenge myself to do that for 30 days. And sometimes people will join me, on the squats or whatever. So I haven't done a 30-day exercise challenge. I mean, I've been walking, but I didn't set a challenge for myself for it. That's like the new thing I've done. But I think if I try to stick with the same exercise all the time, I just get bored and then I quit. So for me, setting something for 30 days, it helps me stick with the exercise. But yeah, for the food, I'm like, I'm just going to stick with carnivore food.
I think it's a good idea. After I fasted the 7 days, I haven't fasted since then. I was like, okay, that's enough. I wasn't really planning on doing any more challenges, but then G came up with another challenge. She came up with a 7-day wall Pilates challenge.
Okay.
What?
What is that? Is that like trying to do like handstands?
I've seen wall Pilates. Did you get an app or something that showed you what to do?
I watched a lady on YouTube. So she gave us a YouTube video and she said, you can either do this wall Pilates or you can do the chair Pilates. I tried the chair Pilates at first and I was like, okay, so I'm not this old yet. I can try the wall Pilates. Oh my God. It was crazy. It was crazy. I had people on the channel saying, that is crazy. They tried it with us and they're like, no, I'm not going to be able to do this. Not going to be able to do it. I'm going to stick with the chair Pilates, So, and then I had my grandkids over and they were helping me do it. So, but it was hard. And I'm like, I'm not doing any more challenges right now. Chill out for a minute.
I know that I love challenges. I love rules that I live by. It's like I get euphoria from following my rules. I feel good until I don't. And then my heart's like, I spent the past day probably crying about my failure. And I don't know how to get over that part because it wasn't a failure. I made it 45 days. That's really freaking good. And my cheat food was carnivore. So I didn't fail.
No, you didn't fail. You did fantastic. And you listened to your body and you ate some salmon. Like, that's fine.
I had
like Robin said,
the white knuckling position,
Yes.
On white knuckling, you should not be white knuckling on carnivore. You should be fully satiated and satisfied and happy.
Yes.
Otherwise,
it puts you into that brain of, I want to be free. I want to let myself have blah, 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 blah. And that's not a healthy place to be.
Correct.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. When I don't limit my carnivore foods, when I can have whatever, my picanha or my whatever, my chicken sometimes, or like I made a pork shoulder yesterday. I do eat a lot of beef, but then like I said, I'll throw in a pork shoulder. I bought some chicken. I haven't made it yet. Or like I've been doing eggs and bacon, which I hadn't done for a long time. And all of a sudden I was on an eggs and bacon kick. So good. And I don't be like, well, bacon's probably not as good for me as picanha, so I'm just going to eat the picanha anyway. Like I love picanha, don't get me wrong, but if I want some eggs and bacon, I'm going to have it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my downfall. I ran out of picanha and carnivore bar.
I can eat picanha legit every day.
But here's the other thing. I don't need to be so dogmatic that just because I had a few days of cravings that I can't just, if I felt so good online, just start. Just go back.
You can just go back.
Why did it have to be perfect?
Right.
Right. I just want to say that only people that are in bondage need to be free, right? So when coming to a carnivore way of eating has released me from the bondage of the food. And so I'm not feeling any need to be free. So I feel like don't let the food put you in bondage.
Mhm.
Yeah, the challenge. Don't let the challenge put you in bondage.
Yeah.
One of the first things I felt on carnivore was food freedom for the first time in my whole life. So why would I purposefully like reshackle myself? That's
Right.
just crazy talk.
That's how
love
I
that.
feel. And I love the variety of carnivore. Like I think that people they can kind of look at carnivore like at a, just from a distance and they're like, "Oh, that's really restrictive." There's so many wonderful animal products that we can eat. I mean, this is not an everyday thing, but I made pizza today. I made pizza with which the crust is made for like turkey, ground turkey, and it was so good. I made Alfredo sauce with it and it was delightful. Am I going to eat that every day?
Yeah.
I shouldn't, but it's like there you can really be creative in the kitchen if you want to be,
Yeah.
or you can be incredibly simplistic if you want to be, and that is huge. Like, I mean, I know we can all agree that making those Pinterest recipes when we're eating standard American and all the ingredients and all the steps, and it's just like it's so overwhelming. And that's another way that I feel like us as women, we kind of like, tear ourselves down. It's like, oh, I didn't make that casserole, or I didn't, like live up to this expectation of being a wife or a mother because I didn't make these like big dinners. But now I feel like food is so simple. It feels like, and I feel full. That's my favorite thing about carnivore is that I'm full.
Mhm.
And I can literally just have ground beef if I wanted and I feel full. And that is like this is coming from a person that was eating like a pound of pasta in one sitting. I've come so far, and I know you ladies, I could say you guys have all come so far. So let's celebrate the victory that we are eating this way and we're on the path,
Yeah.
Yes. I agree.
This is hilarious. I love the lion diet, but like to add chicken, salmon, eggs, bacon, pork. Exactly.
Right.
That's my everyday. Because like I said, I'm mostly beef. I really am. But I throw in all that stuff except maybe the salmon.
Yeah. I'm mostly
I
too.
love the salmon, but you know what goes great with
I
salmon? Cream cheese.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I love to cruise just for the salmon and cream cheese bar.
Never
yeah.
try.
The
Maybe
cheese.
that's the ticket to get me to eat some more salmon. Just do like an ounce of cream cheese with it.
Yeah.
Good.
Super good. Yes. You're making me think up a casserole with a salmon and cream cheese. Oh yeah.
Okay, so Robin, if you make a salmon cream cheese casserole, I promise to try that recipe and eat it. How's that?
Okay.
Me
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'll definitely.
She's gonna write it down. That's on her to-do list. So then
Oh,
you'll do
good.
it, and then I'll film myself making it and trying it.
That's awesome. Wouldn't it be so great to have dinner together? I would love that.
Yes.
Would be nice.
Robin and I sorta did. Remember, Robin? We ate a ribeye together.
We did.
Live, and we
That
cooked
was
the ribeye
fun.
and we ate it together. It was fun.
That's so sweet. Oh, before I forget, because I do want to, we were talking about the Fierce Felines. I would love to share with everyone an exciting collaboration. What do you think?
Can we share
I'm
that? Let's
I'm
share it.
prepared.
Ellie
One
is
moment.
prepared. I love that about Ellie.
Me too.
So we're going to be on Carnivores After Dark, which is a Fierce Felines special where you get to talk about all the naughty things at night. And we're so happy to be joining Laura and G and Robin. And so save the
And
date,
not
guys.
pictured Rhonda because we
Yes.
moved it to a Saturday. And so,
Yes.
and Robin said Rhonda had to go back to work, but she doesn't work on Saturdays. So, although not pictured there, Rhonda will be joining us live, not just with you're right, Robin, her news you can use. Those are fabulous segments, but she will actually get to join us live. And I'm so excited. My fellow Californian.
Yay.
Yay.
I have to add her picture. Dang
Yeah,
it.
we got to get her picture in there for sure.
That's so
She
exciting.
can make it
It's
on.
gonna be fun.
Yeah, crossover the Lionesses and the Felines all together in one place.
I wonder if
Yes.
anybody can find some good music for our intro.
Yes.
That would be good.
Gosh, we've had some intro music struggles, you guys. We're trying.
I'm trying
My
so
son
hard,
makes
guys.
music. I'll see if he can come up with something.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm going to make an intro. So if he comes up with something, send it my way. I'm going to make a special intro for us.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. We're talking shop like right in front of y'all. Sorry, guys.
Excited.
But join us on the 18th at 5. It's a Friday night, 5 Pacific or 8 Eastern, and that's going to be a fun one.
That's gonna be
So have any of you tried this? Because I've been seeing this all over the internet lately. Cami says I made brown butter with bacon in it, and it tastes like toffee. So good. I've been seeing so many people doing this recipe, and I have not tried it. Have any of you guys tried it?
yes. It's
Of course.
yes. Mm-hmm.
So the diagonal, let's see, these diagonals. Wait, I'm going that way. That way.
Why do we keep pointing? We never get it right.
Just don't point anymore. Just don't do it. But yeah, so Adrian and Robin, now she's gonna point. Adrian and Robin have tried it, and Ellie and myself have not tried it. Okay. So do you recommend it, ladies?
Highly recommend. It's so good. I love brown butter. It does taste like toffee, but that little bit of bacon in there gives it a little crunch.
Sounds good.
Delicious.
Yeah, I have to try it. That's on my list.
Whipped tallow is good too. And I don't even freeze it. I just have it kind of room temperature and it tastes like frosting to me. And honestly, it looks like frosting. And then I throw a dash of carnivore crisp powder in it and a little bit of salt.
So I think, was it Nia who came up with the whipped tallow mashed potato thing?
That was Nia. And someone else mentioned that on Facebook today. And I was like, although you are not wrong, my friend Nia said it first. The whipped, yes, it was like the texture of mashed potatoes. It was when we did our meatloaf recipe relay. It was good. I tried some.
I gotta look this up. I mean, is it just whipped tallow or?
So Adrian, what we did was we did a meatloaf recipe relay. So if you look on Nia's channel for the meatloaf recipe relay episode that she did, because she had so I did like a basic meatloaf, and then each person added an ingredient. So the next person made my meatloaf and then added an ingredient. So you can find it. I think we put links to all of the different versions. And on Nia, she had the final leg. And so she was like, when I let this fat, like the fat that I drained off, sit out on the counter, and it looked like mashed potatoes to me. So I tasted it. Look at Ellie. Here she goes. Yeah. Do you see that? Tasted it. And it seemed like mashed potatoes. And then she gave some to her partner, and he was like, it is kind of like mashed potatoes. And she was like, so I'm not crazy. It was, and yeah. Look.
Oh, that is the sexiest thing I've ever seen.
My mouth is watering.
Right?
So good.
Ow.
So I don't even know if she whipped it. I'm pretty sure it's been a long time. That's been a while. We need to do another recipe relay, you guys. But I think that she just drained the fat off and let it cool, and then it just got like that. Pretty sure.
She let it drain from the meatloaf, so it had all the flavors of cream cheese, bacon, Italian sausage, all that stuff that we all added. So good.
Wow, it does look delicious.
I'm gonna have to.
Adrian, you got to check out you have to check it out because we all added into it.
The meatloaf recipe relay. Yes, it was fun. We had fun, and I'd like to host another one of those. I keep saying it. I keep not doing it. I need to do it. I need to send that email out. Let's do it, ladies.
Okay. Let's do it.
Anyway, okay. So let's see. Fierce Felines. Any other updates in the 6 months, Robin? You're going to Hack Your Health. Did I know that? Because my mom is going to be there. I'm excited for you to meet my mom. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Because you've met her on video. Like we have another episode coming up. If you want to talk about that.
Tell her if she sees me, she's got to say something because I'm really terrible. I don't. I'm not good.
I am very sure that she's going to be attached to me. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure that because we're.
Oh, so you're going.
I'm going to be there. Heck yeah.
I'm going too.
So my mom has a cousin that lives in Austin.
Ellie, we're just going to have to bring you. You're just going to have to come. We're going to have to start a GoFundMe.
It was. Yeah, I'm so excited. You know what happened was the fear of missing out just overwhelmed me. I could not take it anymore. I said to my husband, babe, I'm going to have to go to Austin for Hack Your Health. Can we do it? And
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Is he coming too?
No, he's not coming too. but yeah, so I'm so excited about being able to go and I can't wait to see you guys there.
Yeah, we should plan. So I already have a meetup with like Cindy DeManch, if you guys know Cindy DeManch, on Friday, but my Saturday is still free, Robin, if you want to do a meetup on Saturday after for
Okay.
dinner or something. I don't have anything scheduled that day. So I would love to sit down with you in real life. That would be so
Yes,
awesome.
most
Dr. Nelson's
definitely.
going.
If you're free, and we can include a bunch of other people too. But
Yeah.
I'm
The
super
Browns are
excited.
going.
Come to Dr.
Okay.
Lisa's meetup on Saturday.
Dr. Nelson's gonna be there.
Dr. Nelson's going to be at Hack Your House. So Dr. Nelson, I don't even know what you look like, but I've seen you in chat a lot. So come see me. You know what I look like. So come find me and say like, I'm
Yes.
Dr. Nelson.
Yes,
That'll be
yes.
awesome. That'll be
If
awesome.
you see me there, if you guys are there and you see me there, please say something.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'll be like, I went there and I didn't see anybody.
And if you want to go and you haven't gotten your ticket yet, you can use my discount code BL
Adrian.
Carnivore for $50 off.
Yes.
I
Adrian
used
has her own
your code.
Oh, that's awesome. That's fantastic.
I'm super excited about that. But the one thing that I do want to mention is I had a chance to interview Dr. Chafee. And so I've interviewed a number of physicians, including Dr. Lisa, Dr. Barry, and Nisha, Dr. Kiltz, Dr. Tony Hampton. But I had a chance to interview Dr. Chafee just recently. And Dr. Chafee talked about autism and the fact that nonverbal adults and kids are becoming verbal from going on a carnivore diet.
Fantastic.
And so these are issues that we don't think can be healed or cured.
Yes.
Right. And he's saying, yes, they can. Yes. People are getting their lives back. And it's just absolutely incredible. Like, well, they're getting their lives for the first time.
Yeah.
They've never had. And I'm so, just so thankful to have had an opportunity to talk with him. I got to get him back to come back because I didn't talk to him for long enough because he's just a wealth of knowledge. But that right there, that autism thing blew my mind. I thought autism is incurable. It's like a genetic disorder that can't be cured, but it can be cured. It can be helped. It can be helped.
What makes me so sad is that we have several autism classes at my school and some of them even like mainstream in. And it's like, I just want to like start feeding them meat because I know it's like they're eating chips, Takis and all this stuff.
Yep.
And their parents talk about it because I have to go to like the IEP meetings because they have to have a general education teacher in their IEP meeting as well as their like special day class teacher. And it's like, it's just, I can't say anything. Like, it's just, so yeah, I know. It just makes me sad because you see these kids and they're such neat kids, but they struggle. And I just want to tell them all, like, can you please feed your kids some meat and stop feeding them the standard American stuff? Yeah. So
I just mention that because it's like,
yeah, that's awesome.
It's awesome. Yep.
And I believe he's our guest next Tuesday, you guys. He'll be our first lion on Lioness Lifestyle.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's scheduled for next Tuesday. So I'm very excited to get to talk to him as well.
Yes.
So hopefully he will bring up some, we do have, it's a female focused show. Hopefully he'll have some good information about that for us. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, we definitely need questions from the community.
Please come with your questions.
Please.
So I will say when I was getting ready to do my blood work, I saw Dr. Hampton. I don't even remember what channel it was on, but it was a small channel and it was so cool because I asked my question and he answered it because it wasn't on some big channel where my question was going to get buried. I didn't have to do like a super chat. So come on next Tuesday, tell your friends. But yeah, it'll be a great chance if you want Dr. Chafee to answer a question for you. We will try to get as many, as we can. So Lions do rock, Bruce. Yeah, they do. So we're excited. But I'm gonna have to go watch that, Robin. I know that one of your missions, or I don't know, callings or whatever you want to say, is to interview these doctors. And I think I've watched all of them up to now, except not Dr. Chafee. So I didn't realize that you had gotten that one out. So thank you, Ellie, for highlighting that she showing that. And I'm going to go watch that right after this, because that'll be a good one. I'm excited. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah, that's great. I mean, I'm trying to get my list together of ones that I need to reach out to. So many amazing doctors that are talking about this, and it's just trying to get their emails. That's the hard part. Is like trying to figure out how to get a hold of them.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, that is one of my goals in life, is to make sure that I talk to practitioners, the people who have the authority to speak. And so I love doing that.
And we love you for that. I would love to just show you off your channel. Let's just do it, because it kind of matches what we're talking about. Give me a moment. I had it open and now I don't. I've been so prepared all evening.
I know.
You have been. Wow. You're on top of it. I love it. Yeah. So that's what's been going on with me for the past 6 months. I'm still on carnivore, still eating meat and loving it, loving my life like this. And people are like, are you still doing it? Yes, I'm still doing it. I love it.
Me too.
Yeah. If you have not been on Robin's channel, I watch her. Like, I really love your channel, Robin. I'm not just saying that because you're here right now. I love your channel, and I watch you a lot. She's great. She does a lot of great interviews. And I love her cooking videos, because they're just like real down to earth, what she eats in a day, or her walk and talks are really great too. So go check it out if you haven't already. Sorry, I was just banning a troll. I was banning a troll while I was shouting you out. So if that sounded disingenuous,
you are really good at multitasking.
It was not. I was booting a troll out of here as I was shouting you out, Robin.
Very good. You're multitasking.
Do we have time for the meaty wheel?
We absolutely have time for the meaty wheel, Robin. So I think last time you were here, we did not have the meaty wheel.
I think so.
And so this will be new to you. So what'll happen is I'm going to share my screen here, and we will pop up this meaty wheel. And here it is. And I'm going to give it a spin, and we're going to hunt down a meaty question for you.
Okay. I'm nervous.
It's all in good fun.
You should be.
No. Okay, do you have any advice for anyone who is questioning whether or not they should start a meat-based diet?
My advice is start it. My advice is you should 100% start it. So what I would say is the worst thing that's going to happen if you go on a meat-based diet is that you're going to feel better. The thing of it is, I think it's a little scary for people, for sure. Because of all of the misinformation that we have in our society around food and eating, nutrition and health. And so for sure, I think everyone should try it and see if it's for you. It's not going to hurt you to try it, and then if you try it for 30 days and you find out, you know what, I just really don't think this is for me, then you should go on a version of a proper human diet. So that is keto, ketovore, carnivore, lion. All of those are in the proper human diet spectrum. So some people want to eat vegetables and like vegetables. I don't prefer to eat vegetables. I find that they cause me problems and issues that I don't want to deal with, like eczema and IBS and all the issues that I no longer have to deal with. So my advice is to try it. You should try it. I think every single person should try it. It's not going to hurt you.
That's a fantastic answer. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, we so appreciate you coming on. The last thing that we do in every episode is to give a roar. So I'm going to count down. Are we ready? Okay. Everybody get your roars ready, or your meows, or whatever. 3, 2, 1, roar.
Roar! Yes.
This has been so great. Thank you again for coming on. We'll hope you guys will come with us next week as we have Dr. Chafee on.
It's gonna be
Looking
so
forward to it.
exciting.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. We will see you next Tuesday. And let's see if I can find the. Oh, there we go. There's some roars. Thank you. I did not have the chat open there and I missed those roars. So thank you for putting those up. Roar, Pixel, roar. I hope you got a chance to see Pixel, Bruce. There was a Pixel sighting earlier. I'm not sure if you were on, though.
Wow.
All right.
Turtle Destroyer is back.
Back again. Well, guess what? We're going off. So
Have a great
bye,
night,
everybody.
everyone.